Oh, why didn't chat work? What the? Okay, I have to fix that. Hold on. Before then, Hanaki, did you know that our souls are connected by fate? Well, what do you know? I am Yuno Hanaki from Production Kawaii's Hanamizuki. Good morning. Welcome to Fictitious Friday. Hold on. We died, let's go. Guys, please. Ba, 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 ba. There we go. Cursed Friday for short. It is now a Cursed Friday. Are we fictitious? You might as well be. Anyway, hi, Hanaki. The accident was 10 years ago. I haven't even been in kawaii for 1 year. Please do not add 10 years to my lifespan. Or 9 years, I guess? I don't know. Don't add years to my lifespan, please. Time's passing fast enough as it is. I don't want to blink and realize it's my 10-year anniversary. It's 2098. Oh no. Oh no. But yeah, hi, welcome in. So today, I guess in a similar-ish vein to Onimon, this is just gonna kind of be a discussion of sorts about this particular topic, but yeah, it's Fictitious Friday. Welcome in, welcome in. Another week, last day of the week for people who work. I mean, I also work, but I work every day, so a little bit different. You know what adds years to your lifespan? That's literally what becoming a half Oni is, to be honest. You have that part down. You get powers, but it also adds years to your lifespan. Technically, it adds immortality, but we're not gonna get into that too much. Can we talk about the artwork behind you? Oh right, this is from the members stream. I first saw the art in my members stream, so we put it in the background while we continued chatting. Imagine trying to do a work stream and you see this art. I don't know what I would do, honestly. Anyway, I'll hide that. Can't believe it's still here. Anyways, it is a good piece of art, though. Thank you again, for the commission. No work would be done with that in the background. It's hanging up like a poster. I mean, I couldn't find a frame. I would have wasted too much time to add, like, a frame PNG so that I could put it in front of the image. Aren't you? No, don't go. Stop. This isn't about her, okay? This isn't about her. You distract us so you don't get distracted, but you end up getting distracted by it yourself. I mean, yeah? Did you see it, though? It's impossible to not be distracted by it. So, that's just how it is. But we're gonna try to not be distracted today, okay? We need to actually have a discussion. We can't spend all of our time looking at the artwork. Bring the pretty girl back, but I'm the pretty girl! She is me, I am her! Rude. This is freaking Ice Woman all over again. Shaking my dang heel. That was not onsen. That was like, that was pajama, I guess? Yeah, it was pajama. You know distraction form and you know normal form. That's true. You know fan service form and you know normal form are constantly at odds with each other. I'll just look at the one on screen. Heck yeah. This one moves. This one has wiggles. Wouldn't you prefer the one that has the wiggles? I think that that's the better deal personally. But what do I know? But what do I know? Evidently, I know a lot. Boy girls are superior? Mm-hmm. And that's how it should be. Okay, but for real though. What do you know? Approximate knowledge of many things. Yes. This one talks to, indeed. The funny thing is you guys could just download the image and look at it while stream runs in the background. What? No, don't tell them that. That means nobody's gonna actually look at me. Don't tell them that. Minimize Yuno. Look at the PG. What the hell? Don't do that. You're supposed to watch me. That's messed up. I can't believe this. Talking Yuno is usually a blessing. Usually. It should be all the time. There should be no usually. You should remove the modifier. Remove the modifier and just say that it's a blessing. Pain. You guys even like me? Anyways. What are you fictioning? I am fictioning your Fridays. Actively. That's what I'm doing right now. I am grabbing Friday and I'm turning it into something fictitious. But technically we are supposed to be talking about, technically we're supposed to be talking about, like, how much lore a VTuber should technically have prepared. Technically. Now this is arguably a very broad topic, and I think it very much, not to like cop out of the answer, but it's like, it depends on the VTuber. But like, genuinely it kind of does, depending on what we're talking about. So like, if we go based on the thumbnail, right? The implication is that I have made a lot of lore videos about like various aspects of life as a half Oni. Or about like the Oni in general, because of how I have built my vision of the Oni in Onigashima. So like, to that end, I have built their world, I would say rather extensively, at least compared to, I don't want to compare myself to other VTubers outwardly, but like, I think that the world that I have built for Onigashima is probably a little bit more expansive than how some other people have built like their worlds, like the worlds that they come from. Most VTubers forget about their lore in about a month to 3 months max. I mean, I don't think they ever forget about their lore truly. I think it's always there, but it's more just, it becomes less involved in how they present themselves, especially as they relax more during streams. I think as you relax more while you're like making content, it becomes a lot easier to kind of let those things slip. This was something that I have talked to management about a little bit as well, because I've talked a lot about wanting to be like super lore oriented in general with a lot of my content, and they were always like, "Are you sure?" That kind of thing can be really difficult to do, and I was like, I can do it. And I think I do a pretty good job thus far. Lore becomes more of an in-joke or icebreaker. I mean, yeah, that's where we argue about the definition of lore. Like, the lore of a VTuber could arguably be, like, their chat jokes, like, their in-jokes. Or, like, things that kind of develop organically through interaction with, like, viewers. But then it could also be just, like, the character lore. There's technically two different definitions. Charlotte forgot about hers the moment her debut ended. I mean, again, it depends on the VTuber. But yeah. A lot of chats develop their own lore, like bears are dogs and ice ladies. Okay, but like, that's a different kind of lore. There's a difference between like the lore of the VTuber like as a character versus the lore that said VTuber builds like with their viewers, like through the viewing experience. That's the two different definitions of lore. You're telling me Yuno isn't really an avocado? Yes, I am not actually an avocado. That's crazy. I am actually a half Oni. I'd call the two debut lore and stream lore respectively. I don't know about calling it debut lore. I think it's just like character lore versus stream lore. Because for many VTubers, they don't necessarily all just leave it at debut. Half avocado? Shut up! No! I can't have a serious discussion with you people ever, can I? You're so silly at all times. I'm just trying to talk about stuff. What's an oni? What do you eat it with? Oni are like onions. Do with that information as you will. Anyway. Have you gotten any coffee today? No, I just got water. I refilled my water bottle. That's it. I'll probably eat something after stream, but I just got water right now. Huh, speaking of which, remember to hydrate. Water is so good. Dang, I love water. Why not during stream? Because I don't want to have to take a break this early into stream to go make food. I already had to, like, let my loading screen run a bit longer than usual so that I could make breakfast for Oni Mama. I don't want to have to stop to go make food. Does this propaganda from Big Aqua? Well, call me Big Aqua then. Because I love drinking water. Take us to the kitchen? Okay, I'll just take my entire PC setup that has no internet hookup or anything to the kitchen. Water is the ultimate mid? What the hell? That is so incorrect. Water tastes delicious. Also, different waters have different tastes, and this is, a fact that you cannot debate me on. Oh, Hanaki, welcome in! The loading screen didn't feel that long. I mean, it was a little bit longer than usual. Not super long, but a little bit longer. Pure water with no minerals has no taste. I mean, sure, but like, most water has minerals, though. Even just like natural water. I love the plastic taste of water from that water bottle that sat in the car for 2 years. You guys, I constantly worry about your ability to preserve yourselves. The taste of water varies a lot. It can be anywhere from gross or mid to godlike. Indeed. However, I find most water to be godlike, except for certain brands of bottled water that kind of taste like dirt. I don't like those. But I find most water to be godlike. That's just because I like being hydrated. Yay, hydration. A bit of microplastic never killed anyone. Another crab's treasure would beg to differ. Looking at you, Deer Park. So true. I can't believe we're name-dropping brands. What if I get a sponsorship, guys? What if I have to pretend to like Deer Park? I mean, what if I have to say how much I love Deer Park? You should do a water review stream? Dang right I should. I love water. Water is great because it's a base. If you want to add flavor, you easily can. I hate flavored water. Like those powders that they sell that you can put into water to make it taste like something else. I hate that. Disgusting. That's why I was never really into stuff like Kool-Aid. Cause I didn't really like the idea of mixing a powder into my water. I felt like I could always taste the like crumbles of the powder. I love powder water flavor. Good for you, but I could not do it. Didn't mix it well enough. I would mix these things thoroughly and I would still see the little particles. I hate that stuff. No lemon in a jug of water. Lemon water also isn't really good. Like, why would you have lemon water when you could just have lemonade? Like, lemonade is arguably better. Charlotte bought those because she doesn't like regular water. I mean, hey, people are allowed to do what they gotta do if it means that they're gonna drink water. I just don't personally like it. I think you're just afraid of flavored. No! I like flavored things. I just don't like the texture of the powder in the water. It's not good. Flavored water is still less gross than sparkling flavored water, though. Arguably true. Sparkling water shouldn't exist. Sparkling water is evil. I have tried it multiple times throughout my life just to see if my opinion on it has changed. It hasn't. I don't like it. I do not like the fizzy water. This is new Yuno lore. She doesn't like flavored water. Indeed. I try to avoid it. You might want to hide from your blue-haired senpai. I mean, I don't think any of us would ever hurt each other for our opinions. Like, we have disagreements on food opinions rather frequently, but that doesn't mean that we're gonna, like, hurt each other over it, you know? I like how you guys assume that I'm going to get attacked. I won't. Sparkling water fine if you mix it? What do you mean mix it? Mix it with what? There's literally nothing you could mix it with that makes sense. I started seeing people use saline powder packs. I always ask people why water should be good enough. I too like just base water. I've never thought about saline powder packs though. Fruit smoothies? Ugh. Yuck. Alcohol? I mean, I guess. Sparkling water, lemon, ginger, and salt? Interesting. Not for me. Yuck? Yes, yuck. Why would you mix sparkling water with a smoothie? That just doesn't make sense. Never been a fan of sparkling water. True. Like I said, I've tried it at multiple points in my life just to see if my opinion on it has changed, and it never has. It has always been a waste of my money. Money that I could have spent on a water bottle that had normal water. But fruit mush is good for you. No, I like smoothies, but what I'm saying is mixing a smoothie with sparkling water is weird. I do like fruit smoothies, though. Those are good. People like fizzy alcohol because the fizziness makes you get drunk faster? Huh, I see. keep forgetting this water take comes from an Oni who doesn't like sauce. That has nothing to do with it. I usually use plain sparkling water as a base to mix with juice or a homemade syrup for a soda. I guess that's fine. If you're just trying to make a homemade soda, I guess that's fine. I feel like it would ultimately just taste like sparkling water with that stuff in it, though. I don't think it would ever fully emulate the taste of a soda. But that's just my opinion. That's just what I think, though. And ultimately, you guys are allowed to do whatever you want. Far be it from me to fully judge. I just don't like it. Soda too sweet? True. That's why I don't drink most soda. That's something else to remember about me, too, is I don't really drink a lot of soda. Never have. Just never liked it. Take the wheel. If I recall correctly, you're a vodka and juice enjoyer. I am. The one fizzy thing that I mix my vodka with is a cranberry ginger ale. Yum. But I also will mix peach schnapps into like a peach iced tea. That's good. Not even as a child. We used to love sweet things as a child. Not even as a kid. I didn't like soda back then. As a kid, I mostly drank, like, milk. And then, like, water. Did I really drink anything else? Not much. I used to drink a lot of orange juice, but then I got sick off of that medicine, and I couldn't drink orange juice anymore. So that really limited my options. I drink fruit juice sometimes, like an occasional juice box. Not very often, though. It was pretty much just, like, milk and water. Occasionally, like, a milkshake if I wanted, like, a treat. Drinks milk stays small. It really do be like that sometimes. This is proof that milk does not make you grow. It really do be like that, unfortunately. But yeah, no, I didn't really drink soda at all. Which is very funny because Onimama, like, loves Coca-Cola. And, like, Coke products. But that never passed on to me. I never wanted to drink it. It was always so gross. What about apple juice and whiskey? Huh. I've never really had whiskey. I wouldn't know if I like the combination. Are you saying the milk producers lied to us? Actually, yes. They did lie about a lot of the supposed benefits of drinking milk. Not to say that milk has no benefits, but they did exaggerate a lot of those benefits in order to get more people to actually consume milk because the dairy market was dying for a period of time. So they, like, really amped up the milk propaganda. Anyways. Like they did with spinach. Like they did with all vegetables. Vegetables aren't real! Have you tried squeezed orange juice? Maybe when I was a kid, but like I said, I haven't had orange juice since I was little. Because of a time I got really, really sick. What were we talking about again? We're supposed to be talking about lore stuff, but... Like with most streams, we are already off topic again. It's fine, though. I don't particularly mind. I won't complain. I'm just happy to be here. I knew it, veggies are just fruits and leaves. Vegetables as a category are fake. Most everything that you consider a quote-unquote vegetable fits into another category. It fits into another category better, I should say. Just happy to have you here accompanying me through my morning. I'm happy to have you guys here during my morning. You know, reverse. Turns out it was the stream topic that was fictitious, man. I'm really trying to like, make these topics work, but... Tomato is a fruit? Indeed. That's something that's a given. But there's, like, other things that you would consider, like, a vegetable are actually not technically vegetables. Does beef count as a vegetable? No. That one definitely does not count. Tries to push train back onto tracks. So true. I believe in the adorable avocado in front of us. What the hell? I mean, I will take being an avocado over anything else. I, funny enough, heard the opposite, as vegetable is the base of what all plant-based food is, but then fruit is a subcategory of fruit. Incorrect. Wrongo. Where's the proof? I would have to pull up this episode of Dropout that I watched, but, like, it was extensively proven that, Dole, the company that is known for producing a lot of fruit, invented the category of vegetables so that they could better market things and earn more profits. There is no such thing as a vegetable, but it exists in a culinary sense. Indeed. Well, my burger said it was all vegetarian. Yeah, but that means it was made with something that wasn't beef. Dole invented vegetables. Well, they invented, like, the category of vegetable, yes. I would have to rewatch the episode to find all of the sources. Because there were sources that were used in that particular presentation, but, like... Long story short, it was, like, part of this big scheme to, like, sell, more kinds of produce as, like, an export. Milk and the food pyramid were lies. This is also true. That's why they stopped using the food pyramid and it has switched to that, like, My Plate thing. Not that I know very much about it. Not that I would know very much about it. Since we're on the topic of food, what's your opinion on GMO stuff? I think it's fine. Like, people kind of got in a twist over nothing, I think. Like, the whole reason that, like, GMO things exist is because they needed to, like, modify the things being sold so that they would taste better, or so that they actually had, like, better nutrients and stuff. Like, for example, bananas themselves are, like, GMOs, even if one would say that they're non-GMO. Original bananas do not taste like the modern-day banana, you know? So, I think when people get like, really angry about GMOs, they forget that, like, Sometimes things have to be modified in order for them to, like, taste good, or for the plant to, like, persevere. I do think they get a bad rap. But unfortunately, I really don't know too much about this topic to give, like, a super nuanced, educated opinion. I'd have to do more research. But, like, from what I do remember on the topic, I heard that it was, like, a big deal out of nothing. Obviously, if you can eat, like, natural products, it's fine, but I also don't think GMO products are that bad either. There are a lot worse things you can put into your body. Helps to feed the population. Now I gotta read up on this veggie stuff. I mean, I would make you guys watch that episode with me. So that you could understand what I'm talking about. Maybe they posted a short on it. Hold on. Let's watch it right now. Or watch along. I mean, the problem is, like, you guys would have to get a Dropout subscription. Maybe this was my ultimate conspiracy all along. It was just to get you guys to get a subscription to Dropout so we could watch it together. Very important for lore purposes. Okay, where is the... Hold on, I have to mute my web browser so that I can make sure that this is actually saying my point. Alright, we're good. Let's see. You know what, the log game ad? I'm pretty sure management would have to come strangle me if that was the case. Sup? Welcome! Oh, Hanaki. The word vegetable is hundreds of years older than the Dole Corporation. That's not what I mean. I'm not saying that the word vegetable was invented by Dole. What I'm saying is the category of vegetable. The category of food that is called vegetable. Poor guy has his Yuki stuck down. It'd be like that sometimes. Okay, I did find a short that was on the topic. I'm trying to make sure that it shows the sources, though. Soul himself invented vegetables and fruits. Not literally, it's more so like the categorization. I'm trying to find the sources though. Hanaki! Quite the interesting topics today. It be like that. Imagine staying on topic. Could never be me, apparently. Until I see the sources, I find this entire concept absurd. Okay. Feel free. No one said you had to believe me. I'm just saying what I have heard. What I learned today is vegetables are fictitious. Mm-hmm. I learned oni are like onions and onions are a vegetable. It's all connected today. Actually, onions are an allium. The fact that veggies are good for you is also made up. That's not entirely true. Everything that falls under the culinary category of vegetable is still technically good for you. Okay, so in the short that I found from the episode where I learned this information, they do go into the description that vegetable is a culinary term, like it's a culinary category. It's not actually meant to be used to classify. There's like, it explains that botanists don't have a scientific definition of like what specifically makes a vegetable. The word vegetable exists as a culinary category to cover like that section of the food group. The heck is an allium? An allium is like all of the veg or the like plants. I was about to say veggies. See? Big vegetable. It's like it's a category that covers all of the I guess the like things with like really strong flavors, so like onions, garlic, things like that kind of fall under the allium category. Big vegetable at it again. Shaking my dang head. Literally a 3-second Bing search. Okay, see, your problem is that you're using Bing. Opinion discarded. Imagine using Bing in an argument. I like using the Unonium category. Very true. Unonium. We Google around here. Come back to me when you get that Yahoo result. Oh. Oh no. I'm so sorry. I just saw that notification come in for a donation. But, the problem is, I forgot that I had my donation alerts turned off because of the Symphonia stream yesterday. So right now it does nothing. Hold on. I have to go turn them back on. That's embarrassing. I forgot to turn them back on this morning. I knew there was something I forgot to do. But good thing I saw the little, like, notification on my Streamlabs activity. I'm sorry. I'm gonna replay the alert, but, for the record, I haven't set up my special alerts yet because I need, like, actual visuals for them still. They are recorded. I just need, like, proper visuals so that I'm not using the same GIF over and over. Professional streamer, by the way. So true. So true. Alright, hold on. Sorry, I had to go to the... Boy, howdy. What a time to be alive. Replay the alert. I am, don't worry. I just had to make sure I turned the alerts on, is the thing. Because even if I hit replay, it technically still wouldn't show because I have the alerts off.
Bruh.
Bruh. For now, it's just bruh,
I missed the
though.
alerts recording stream, so I'd what this will do.
Oh, hello. Why is the text-to-speech on? That shouldn't be a thing. Text-to-speech? Since when was that enabled? That has never been enabled in my life. Anyways, thank you for the $500. Text-to-speech cameo, so true. I genuinely don't know why that's on, though. Hold on. At the very least, let me adjust the goal. Goal reached today, yippee! It was forced on in Reina's stream yesterday. I wonder if it's just a new feature with Streamlabs, because Streamlabs changed the interface for editing the alert box, just behind the scenes streamer things. I think it might just be a new feature now that they've changed how it's laid out. I think they might just force it on by default, which is not good. I don't like having it on. I'm gonna have to go fix that now. I have spawned. Welcome. It TTS her YouTube supas too. Interesting, because that didn't happen with my... Well, I haven't gotten any super chats recently, so I wonder if those are also broken. Just streamer things, put that on Hobby Lobby side. Not Hobby Lobby. Where do I turn it off? Where is even the settings?
That's more than I anticipated. Thank you.
We love goals around here.
Stop! Thank you for the money, but stop! The alerts!
An offering. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the... Thank you for the money. I will add it in a second. I'm trying to turn off the text-to-speech. I see this is new lore. Oh no. You know it is cute. I'm willing to test this vegetable cereal. Mathant. Mathant. Where is the... Yeah, for some reason it's default enabled now. That's so weird. Well, we don't want that. So funny, but gotta head to work. Okay, have a good day at work. Thank you for stopping in, if only briefly. It is a Streamlabs thing? I guess so. I definitely did not have that enabled for, like, ever. Ah, good luck on your commute. Just work things. That's crazy. Now, can I make sure that it's off on all of these? It should be. Okay, it is disabled on Super Chats. And I think also on members? Yeah. So for me, it's already disabled on my YouTube stuff, but I guess it was only the tips that had it turned on for some reason, which is weird. Are you ever gonna play the Crab Souls game? I literally just played it on Monday. I literally just played it on Monday. I have 2 parts of it. 8 hours worth of crab. Just gonna lurk and listen until I sleep. Okay, rest well. But no, I have played the Crab Souls game. Weren't you there the last time I played? Are you saying you just want me to play again, like, right now? 4 hours worth of gun? It wasn't all gun. No, I can't play weird gibberish over TTS. TTS is dangerous. I can't always control what happens on there.
It's a super chat, so that means it deserves a super jingle.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, now I have to actually add the money. But yes, this does mean we reached the May goal. Yay! Thanks, guys.
It's a super chat, so that means it deserves a super jingle.
72.23 plus 25, 97.23. Yes. I did math. Girl math success. Missed the chance to make TTS say you know cute. I'd die. Maybe there will be like a special stream where I re-enable the TTS so you guys can do nonsense stuff with it, but I did not mean to have it on for this stream. We reached the goal. Yippee! Thank you. I did not expect that. TTS is a dangerous toy. Exactly. That's why I didn't want it just randomly enabled. It's also just very distracting. Like, on the one hand, it guarantees that you pay attention to an alert, but on the other hand, dangerous. I have a pretty decent filter on, at least, so nothing, like, inappropriate would come through, but it's also just, like, distracting. But yeah, I haven't added a lot of the new alerts yet. They are recorded, but I haven't added them. Because I have to figure out, visuals. Do you like male or female robo voices more? I tend to go for the male voices, personally. I don't really think it matters. But, like, for example, I have to make sure it won't activate, but, Siri on my phone, I use the male voice. I had to say it really quietly in case it turned on my phone. Please do not make another character AI. It's already weird that there are 2 of them. It's going to love vegetables so much. Okay. It's not that I don't like vegetables. I'm just saying that vegetables as a scientific category aren't true. Siri has a male version? Yes. You can choose whether you want Siri's voice to be a guy or a girl, I suppose. Of course it's male, Robo. We've seen how you react to Lee in PGR. Don't look at me! Technically, Lee's not fully a robot. Not fully. Those are androids. That's different. Don't they also have Siri accents? Yes. For example, one of my friends has Siri British. I think it's male British? I don't remember. I just know that it's British. And I was like, why are you using the British accent? She was just like, I don't know, it's funny. He still has a human heart, I assume. He does. If you are talking about my boy Lee, he does. You having a giggle there, mate? That's probably what Siri says to her all the time. Siri sounds good with the Irish accent. Interesting. I'll have to keep this in mind. The only time I've ever switched away from English was when I switched Siri to Japanese to test my speaking. Because that was a recommendation I got from my Japanese teacher back then. She was like, saying that a good way to test your pronunciation and to see if you remember your vocabulary right is to, like, change your Siri into Japanese and like, ask all of your questions in Japanese and see if the right stuff comes up. Was fun. Why stop there? Change your entire phone to Nihongo? I mean, I did that too. I did that as well. That was more so to practice reading, but like that was really only good for reading katakana. Because a lot of the apps were just the same thing but written in katakana. It didn't really like teach me new words as much as it probably could have. I guess besides like my phone settings. Some of those were written in kanji. I mean, it still gives you information in, like, for, like, your area. It doesn't necessarily go, like, the governor, because, like, you don't have that, depending on where you live. She doesn't live in a place where... I don't think she actually lives in England, so... It would still be giving, like, localized information just in the accent. Katakana is much harder to read than hiragana. This is true.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the 277. I'm pretty sure that puts it at 600, right? I'm pretty sure that's why you did it. If so, thank you. Yeah, that is correct. It would be 600. Dang, we tripled the daily goal today. It's like I streamed 3 times, even though I've only been doing this stream for an hour. That's crazy. Thank you so much. I feel my face when you learn that katakana used to be for men and hiragana for women. Really? That's bizarre. I never heard that. 2 extra fictitious streams. So true. Hanaki, welcome. I learned katakana and hiragana using moekana cards my friend had. They are so silly but cute. I'm using them to learn kanji now. Moekana. I'm guessing it has, like, cute girls on them. Whoops, I am writing that in caps lock. Oh, those are cute. I recognize this art style. I feel like I've seen this art style before. Cutie. We're talking like 1,000 plus years ago? Oh, interesting. Cute girls wear? Oh, there's one on the screen. But no, I looked up Moekana to see what they look like. It's cute. I can see that being useful if you need cute girls to motivate you. I think I've said this before, but I memorized both hiragana and katakana within like a week. So me personally. I got that stuff drilled into me early. The same teacher that suggested that I change my phone, all my phone stuff into Japanese to practice. She made us memorize the, hiragana and katakana, like, really, Sorry about that, I had to mute really quickly. You can make it in there so easy in the Moekana cards? That would be interesting. The first Moekana card I see when Googling is... Oh no, not Oppai! I looked up Moekana in, like, generic Google search rather than images, and it just showed me, like, where to buy them. And the first card I saw was for Asa. I saw Morning. I don't know what you're seeing. I think it's based on your usual search tendencies, bro. I think that says something more about you than it does about Google. That's horrible. What's the card look like? Classic Google search self-report. So true. It's part of a pack? Yeah, that's a good excuse. Yeah, what else is in the pack, huh? Pantsu? It's all Oppai, that's true. You have to cover all the bases. This wouldn't happen if you used AOL. Man. Conversely, Bing gives you a definition first thing of the horror of a better product. Bing is not a better product. Bing's resources are literally so outdated. And also, most if not all of them are AI generated these days. Bing is literally the worst. I mean, I will argue though that because Google has started their whole AI recommendation thing, they aren't much better. But still. It's okay, you're allowed to use whatever search engine you prefer. I just feel like there are better ones than Bing. Have you seen Google AI definitions lately? They are so wrong, it's hilarious. It's so bad. I saw that like one Twitter thread that was like a collection of all of the bad Google AI suggestions, and I was just, oh gosh. Terrible. Now all browsers are ruined by AI, so it doesn't matter. Yay! Will you pull Bunny Soda? Me personally, no. Like, she's cute, but I feel like there are girls that could have been better chosen for the bunny set. Like, for example, the fact that Alice is the other bunny is, like, almost way too predictable, and it feels like they've really been favoring Alice a lot with these limited outfits. Or with these, like, alternate, with these alternate versions. Like, Alice is already basically a bunny. She didn't have to be made a bunny girl. And again, like, Soda's cute too, but I'm just not interested in pulling her. I'm good. want a Guilty and Quincy bunny so bad. I feel like they're not going to give much attention to the ones that you have to break out. The rehabilitation Nikke, I feel like they're not going to get a lot of attention. Because in an ideal world, I would love a Bunny Girl Sin. Bunny Girl Sin would be chef's kiss, but I really don't think that those girlies are going to get that much attention. AI doesn't make things worse unless it's programmed badly, and AI search engine is faster and more accurate. Blanket AI hate is just fear manifest. That's incorrect information, but you're allowed to feel that way if you want. I thought the only bunny you had eyes for was Miyuka. I mean, in terms of Bunny Garden, yes, but if we're talking about Nikke, that's a different subject. I am loyal specifically within the context of Bunny Garden. In the world outside of the Bunny Garden experience, though. But nah, the next Nikke Bunny Girl event is a little bit disappointing. She has two eyes, she perceives many things. Indeed. That's why we have two eyes. It's so we can perceive. I like Soda, so the event is good enough for me. That's good! I hope you were able to pull her. Did you see Mary's outfit? I don't think I did. I only saw Alice and Soda. Let me look at Mary's. Oh, they're the pass cards. I see. Or pass units, I should say. Whoa! Sorry, I saw a preview. Whoa! I don't think it's supposed to work like that. Her animation is a direct attack. I don't think it's supposed to work like that. Whoa, hey, whoa. I mean, I don't think it's whoa, hey, whoa worthy personally. I don't think it works like that. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. I think I would have been more attracted to the outfit if I found the animation to be believable, but they don't wiggle like that. They're not supposed to wiggle like that. That was a direct attack to my neuron? Well, sure, but that's because you guys don't understand how they're supposed to move. You wouldn't know, because I'm assuming. But, like, they definitely aren't supposed to work like that. But it also, I mean, I guess they aren't being held up by anything, but I'm pretty sure they're not supposed to move side to side like that. The rest of the outfit is quite pretty, though. I will give her that much. Well, maybe they should. I mean, you can have all of the wishful thinking that you want, but that's not gonna change anything. I haven't seen the outfit we were talking about. Well, I was watching the animation. Actually, they don't wiggle as such, therefore inaccurate plus L. Well, hey, people are allowed to enjoy this if they want. I'm just saying that, like, because I know that they're not supposed to move like that, it makes it less attractive to me. But of course, I don't normally like them incredibly large. I honestly think Mary's normal outfit is hotter, if we're gonna talk about Mary. I don't know if I can show this on stream. You're talking about the ears, of course? Yes, the ears. The ears of the bunny. Let's be honest, a lot of things in Nikke don't move quite like they should. Sure, but like, it's at least slightly more believable than whatever this is. Like, for me, it needs to feel at least a little bit believable. I don't like the incredibly large Yuno Hanaki in shambles. Wait. I mean, yes, but like, mine still move in a believable fashion. Like, when I wiggle, they only go, like, up and down. You know? Like, they're not waving. I'm trying so hard to explain this in a way that is say-so. Well, I guess not like say-so, but I'm trying to explain this in a way that won't get me bonked. I, for one, enjoy the jiggle physics and welcome our Nikke overlords. It's just good fun. Again, I'm going to reiterate. I know that the physics are meant to be exaggerated because of the kind of game that this is. However, certain forms of exaggeration just don't appeal to my likes in anime women. And that's why I don't care for it, personally. Just personally. My opinion. I want to see Folk Wings. Do they have Folk Wings up? If they have Mary's, they probably have Folk Wings, right? I really like Folk Wings' design, so I feel like hers probably looks cute. Folk Wing. Nah, I don't see her. Dang. I think my favorite Yuno wiggle is the slight lean back with the shoulder raise. I understand. The shoulders are quite dynamic. I like Folkwing's bunny suit. I have to look it up. Folkwing bunny. Where is she? Just glad you're not being a total villain about it. Why would I be? I understand that there are different appeals for different types of individuals. Me personally, though, I'm just like, nah. Good morning. Welcome in. Oh, there's Folkwings. She's kind of cute, yeah. I like the dark blue color. Any plans for a bunny outfit? Well, I've gotten drawn in a bunny outfit a couple of times. Once by Zipper, and then once Kome-san doodled me in a bunny outfit too. The fact I've seen worse in the Nikke one isn't that bad comparatively and is more believable is a sad thing. I mean, yeah. There's always going to be even more exaggerated stuff. From the Gotcha Girls, which one do you like the most? Soda or Alice? Alice, I guess. I don't really particularly care for either of them that much, though, to be honest. Like, they're both cute girls, but I don't know if I really like their outfits all that much. Do you think we'll get VTubers and Nikke in the future as gacha characters? Maybe like bigger corporate VTubers, perhaps. I wouldn't be surprised if there was ever a collaboration with something like HoloLive. Important question, bunny girls or cat girls? I agree with the yes comment. Both can be cute. I don't usually go for kimono Mimi girls, though. Like, they're not my top choice when it comes to, like, girls in a video game. But I do like both. Ain't no way they're letting HoloLive girls jiggle like that. It depends on the people that they let in, you know? If people are okay with the jiggles, then I think it would be fine. I agree. I also wouldn't say never. I love the personality of Alice, especially. She's the type of personality who drives me mad in real life if I know anyone like her, which I find funny. Interesting. So you like it within the realm of fiction, but you don't like it in terms of, like, dealing with it as a real person? I guess that kind of makes sense. I am like that with a lot of characters, too. Love them in fiction, but I feel like if I ever met them in real life, I'd be like, nah, not actually attracted to you, though. A lot of Alice enjoyers in my audience, huh? She's a good girl, though, so that makes sense. We do like good girls here. Now that we are on the Nikke topic, which is your favorite burst animation? I have one that drives me insane every single time. Favorite burst animation? That's kind of tough. Personally, I always think that Sugar's is really cool, but I feel like Sugar is kind of underrated because her outfit is like a lot more understated than most of the other Nikke characters. But I really like Sugar. I also like the Modernia's costume, the boyfriend shirt one. Or sorry, the commander's shirt one. I really like that one too. I think it's cute the way she like hugs and nuzzles the plushie. Mine is Tia's. I just can't with that wink and kiss. That's fair. I don't know if I've seen Tia's. Oh. Marion vs. Affection Outfit Enjoyer. Handshake. Indeed. I do like it. I think it's cute. It wasn't the one that I voted for. But I do think it turned out cute in the end. They managed to make it kind of wholesome. Kind of. Kind of. I saw the wink. I looked up her burst animation. I saw the wink, but I didn't notice a smooch. I guess it's just because her lips are always kind of parted that way. It was hard for me to notice the difference. It's my lobby animation for a reason. For me, it's only... I have my animation set to shuffle so that I can just see all of the ones I've collected. All my girls. I still don't play super often anymore. It's not that I don't like it, it's just that it's been hard to find time. I keep juggling other gachas. My actual favorite is probably Red Hood's. It just looks badass. Red Hood is a cool character though, so that's why. I love Red Hood. And her story makes me so depressed too. This poor girl. Man, we really did get off topic. I feel kind of bad, but it'd be like that sometimes. This was an attempt. I feel like I should have prepared more for the topic in question, I guess. I didn't really think too much ahead. There was a topic, there was, but I think we are way too past... We're past the point of return, so... It is what it is. We gave it the college try. Yeah, but I feel like I'm probably gonna get bonked for this. This stream is supposed to be a kind that is more on topic compared to Onimon where I talk about whatever. So, the fact that I didn't manage to stay on topic very well, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, is all I can say. Can we steer it back? Not really, because I kind of have to wrap up soonish. Soon-ish. Just have a Nikke Satsu. And then we'll tangent to talking about VTuber lore, obviously. Regarding the lore segment, how much lore would you say, I assume you're asking, would you say suits you? Well, for me, one of my biggest desires is to be, like, lore-focused. Like, I want to be able to do more with my lore eventually. Right now, budgets just kind of don't allow it. Besides, when I make covers. So that's why I choose a lot of songs that I feel suit my plans for my lore. Just because I don't really have the budget to, like, work on anything else at the moment. So, I tend to just choose songs that, like, suit my plans for my lore. I didn't know budgets were a big factor. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a big factor. For me personally, it's a thing, but, like, coming up with lore itself is free. But then, like, But if you want to make stuff with that lore, or you want to turn it into something that's not just like writing, then you probably would want to invest in like making lore videos, or like in my case, covers that relate to your lore. Or, you know, you could technically also do things like lore streams, where you are in character during the duration of the stream. That's what my other roleplay stream was, not the IKEA one. The IKEA one was just a reward. But, you could do it that way, too. But, like... I'd love to see lore videos by you. I mean, eventually. Like I said, for me at least, budget is kind of a factor. As it is right now, I would have to invest my own money dollars into lore videos. So that's kind of the, like, main deterrent. I swear I heard a Pokemon cry, but then I realized it was just a drink. Oops, sorry. But yeah, a lot of them it would just kind of have to be on my thing. I remember when Lua did submitted script RP streams and I stumbled upon one for the first time. I was so confused. Yeah, you have to very clearly mark that it's like a roleplay stream, otherwise people will be like, what are you doing? Why are you changing your character so much? Some people don't realize that something is roleplay, though, even if you, like, explicitly state that it is. Like, the amount of times that I will be like, this is a roleplay, or like, this is just related to my lore, and then people will still be like, thinking that it's real. Well, I mean, obviously it is real. But also. At the very least, the roleplay stuff is not real, and it's very funny when people think that it is. My lord. Me every day. Except on Fridays, those are fictitious. So true. There will always be late arrivals or people who just refuse to read. I should just put it on my forehead. I am role-playing. It's my role-playing headband. The in-character headband. What do you think about crossover lore? What do you mean by this? Are you asking, like, lore that crosses over into other VTubers' lore? Or, so, like, combined lore. Is that what you're asking about? Hidden Lore Village. Oh, no. Some middle schooler is going to wear that headband to their middle school dance and get kicked out. This universe and that universe collide. I feel like that's kind of different from, like, connected lore. Like how you and Reina kind of might have a connection lore-wise. Yeah, that would mean, like, connected lore, as in, like, where one streamer's lore coincides with another's. I think, obviously, you would have to discuss it with the other VTuber in question. Like, for example, we in Hanamizuki did discuss, having our lore interconnect in some ways. I don't know if anybody remembers this, but technically the place where Kaya is staying in the human realm is, like, really close to where Ron is staying. Like, it's close to a Sukiha clan temple. Kaya is not staying in a Nishikino clan temple, but she is staying in a temple that is dedicated to the moon rabbits. she lives in like a shed there. Is like her like lore location. I remember seeing a VTuber or two with gods as part of their myth. Our lores are connected by fate. They could be. You have to ask permission first, though, because it takes a lot of coordination. You have to make sure that things you say don't, like, contradict each other, I suppose. If you try to combine lore across the whole VTuber community, but the results would get complex eventually. Indeed. That's why I think it's better to ask. You always are going to want to ask first before combining stuff. Because technically we have tons of people who are, like, Grim Reapers, or, like, tons of people who are gods, tons of people who are, like, associated with cherry blossoms. At this point, like, every cherry blossom tree probably has, like, a representative VTuber, you know? And even if their official lore is X, their community might make them Y, aka a certain sports manager becoming a duck. That does happen, yes. But it also depends on if the VTuber allows it. Technically, even if a community tries to force something onto someone, they could just flat out refuse it. You know? That's why I put my foot down on a lot of things, too. Like, you're allowed to joke about it, you're allowed to goof around, but I will put my foot down. I am very dedicated to my lore, and I don't really want it to be actually changed. I will play around and be goofy with you guys, but my lore is my lore. I have put a lot of thought into it. Would joined or mixed lore count with what Ephemera did with the train? Yes, Ephemera went out of their way to combine their lore like that. They all come from, like, individual different worlds, but they went out of their way to combine their lore together by having all of their dreams connect on the same express. They did go out of their way to do that. Would you want your stories to have a more serious plot? Yes. I take lore very seriously. I don't mind talking about, like, silly stories and having things be goofy occasionally, but I am one of those nerds that takes the storytelling side of VTubing very, very seriously, so I don't necessarily want to be clowned on all the time. Like, my lore is more serious than I think one would assume, because I haven't really been able to do too much with it, but, like, I feel that my lore is... Well, I'm trying to keep my lore quite serious, so... all of the jokes will not necessarily carry over into what I actually do with my lore. For a regular viewer, perhaps we want lore that can be turned into interesting merch, but for attracting new people, lore can be used to just catch their attention. Kind of. I think that, like... sometimes lore can attract attention. I do think that, like, eye-catching lore videos, or, like, covers that have, like, a story-based music video to them can catch a lot of attention. But I don't know if it necessarily, like, if people, like, look for VTubers based on how cool their lore is. There's probably other reasons. But I feel that the lore is a really good, like, supplemental piece of content creation that can be delved into should a person want to do it. I do appreciate your enjoyment of just telling and creating a story. It's like my favorite thing about this. It's the fact that I get to be an anime girl and that I get to, like, come up with this fun story for anime girl. I remember kawaii girls getting excited about new outfits. A lot of VTuber girls wanted casual outfits, and each outfit kind of feels like an expansion on their lore. Like, this is their slice of life. Yeah, so... I don't know how much the other girls have talked about this, but I know at least when I spoke to management about this, like, during my, like, early phases in kawaii, they talked about how, like, maybe in the future when I got a new outfit, since my current outfit is very fancy, I could, like, make an outfit that's more dressed down, and then I could connect it to my lore by being, like, I want to blend in more with humans, so I got a look that's more human in appearance, or something like that. And then conversely, you have people like Reina, who decided to go from something that was more casual to like something that's extra demon. She kind of went in the opposite direction. So she got something a little bit more fantasy-oriented. It kind of depends, like, on the person. And there are ways that you can, like, change it around to, like, suit your own lore, too. You know, in a comfy sweater and beanie, but her horns stick out of the beanie. Guys, stop calling her a deer. But no, I do feel like outfits are kind of like a way to expand lore in like other directions. Because for a lot of us, you know, we don't necessarily get to choose our models or like how they look. So we kind of just like work with what we're given. And then like the new outfits are usually the times where we finally get input. So we get to change it up and we get to thus like adjust our lore to whatever we prefer it to be. Individual beanies for each horn. I don't think I like that. I guess between outfit and lore, you wouldn't want to feel locked into something that doesn't mesh with you. I mean, you guys know this about kawaii, but in Gen 1, they didn't really get to choose much of anything. They didn't get to choose their lore. I think their names were also pre-assigned. I think for Gen 2, they got to change their names and their lore, I think? And then I know for us, we got to choose our names and our lore, too. They didn't have anything preset for us. Besides, like, the models, you know? We had the look. We were allowed to choose, like, name and lore and, like, theming and stuff for ourselves. So I think it kind of depends. I can see how the girls in Ionia would want to have a little bit more control over their lore with their new outfits. Whereas I think us and Hanamizuki, at least, we've had control over our lore from the beginning, so it's just kind of a matter of outfits that, like, suit what we want. If only there was some way to integrate every streamer's lore into one pantheon. That would be impossible, and as we stated, that would lead to a lot of conflict. There are multiple VTubers who would call themselves, like, Lords of Time, for example. Or, like, multiple VTubers that are, like, interdimensional travelers. I think that that would be basically impossible unless we just accepted the idea of a VTuber multiverse. Would that be doable just for kawaii? Maybe? Right now, there isn't too much overlap in terms of what everybody does, I think. I think one of the Ionia girls said their lore was all the same, basically came to Earth, wants to learn more about Earth, and became a VTuber. Well, sort of. I think it's the same theme of, like, researching humans to become more human. Like, researching humans by becoming a VTuber. Which is something I don't really like about VTuber lore, but I already talked about that in one of my earlier Fictitious Friday streams. With enough clever writing, it can work. I disagree. I think you have to accept multiverse, and that's the only way to do it, especially if we're talking about every single VTuber. There's too many VTubers that exist to begin with, and so many VTubers that exist for very, like, strange, obscure things that you then have to, like, account for every single thing having a VTuber. Food VTubers. Like, VTubers that live in the sewers. VTubers that are royalty. We would have a bunch of conflicting nations because we have so many VTuber royals. Not to mention all of the different VTuber gods and goddesses of a lot of the same things. We would have multiple VTuber religions. That wouldn't work either. If you include every VTuber, then VTubers would pop up who explicitly make their lore to mess with the shared lore. They would specifically make their lore to be like, I'm more powerful than everyone that came before me. Because we talked before about how a lot of people have like their VTuber lore be like a form of like wish fulfillment, right? So I feel like god moding would be very common in the space. VTuber power scaling wiki. That also explains why world domination never worked out, since more than half of VTubers want that. It never advances. It just sounds like very complicated to me. I feel like you guys can make an argument about Pokemon, but like Pokemon makes different Pokemon for each thing. Like, you go to each region that exists within the same wider world of Pokemon, but each region is known for housing specific creators of specific things. So, like, that's different. What I am saying is there are multiple VTubers that all represent the same thing. Like, the only example I can think of where we have multiple Pokemon for the same thing is the fact that we have Dialga and Celebi that both represent time. But, like, one is more powerful than the other. Well, they all lead back to Arceus? Yes, but Arceus only exists in one region, too. And there are other people who, like... There would be other VTubers who call themselves, like, an Arceus equivalent, you know? Never do power scaling. That's the thing. This would hurt my head. Celebi is more a time traveler than a time controller, if I'm not wrong. I mean, it's still a form of time manipulation. Some fanfiction, for instance, has older generation VTubers be more powerful even if their base lore doesn't explain why outright. It's part of the fun of that work, I guess? I guess? But I still feel like we'd be really getting into the weeds of trying to... like, determine where everybody fits in the wide scale. Like I said, with the amount of people that are, like, cherry blossom oriented, every like cherry blossom tree that exists has its own like representative VTuber because of how many VTubers have like a Sakura theming. The first Pokemon was Rhydon. Okay, children, settle down. Not like you can't have multiple tree people, but what I'm saying is... it's too many. Just like you can have more than one dragon. I do agree with this. But, like... we're arguing about every single VTuber in the same exact pantheon, right? We're going to have too many people with main character syndrome. I think that's the main thing I'm trying to avoid here, because I feel like people are going to want to have their VTuber be more important than others. Or, like, they're going to have that thought of, like, not wanting to be part of, like, that same species. We're already getting into the weeds of it, and we aren't even getting into actual lore, just how to design it. Well, it's like, I don't understand why you would even want everyone to be in the same pantheon. There are just so many VTubers that, like, I don't feel like everybody could coexist in one universe. But I feel like you just have to go for, like, a multiverse theory and then accept that, like, the multiple universes all have their own different, like, deities and different, like, versions of multiple, like, races and stuff. All these different species. And you said we couldn't bring it back to lore talk. We did manage it eventually. I don't want them to. It'd be too complicated. I agree. It's a fun mental writing challenge. You can enjoy that if you want. I don't think it's a fun writing challenge. I personally hate when it gets that complicated. There's a reason stories shouldn't have too many characters. About to start work. Looks like an interesting conversation. Have fun. We are certainly having a conversation. I feel like there's two different combos going on. Because some people are talking about Pokemon and some people are talking about lore. You could do, like, very old Silver Age comic books where everyone is in their own setting, but then they can cross over into each other's worlds for one-offs. That's probably how I would approach it, I guess. Will you ever consider a Yuki-onna themed outfit? With how you guys have been obsessed with Ice Lady, no. Probably not. Also, like, my lore is pretty set in terms of being an Oni. Oni and Yuki-onna are very different. I feel like I would have to, like, rebrand my existing species in order to be a Yuki-onna. Or either that, or we have to imply that I finally died in order to become a Yuki-onna, because that's what Yuki-onna lore is. You know, we'll make a Lava Onna outfit just to spite us. I don't even know what that would look like. It could just be a summer Yuno outfit or a winter one. It wouldn't be summer. Yuki-onna literally are winter. Are like winter. That's snow. That's literally snow. What are you talking about? You guys are silly. I would have no reason to use that outfit in summer. Because also, like, the way Yuki-onna look, they also wear, like, long robes. And, like, hoods that cover the head and stuff. That would be very hot. In Japan, you might wear winter-themed kimono during the summer to keep cool. What do you mean by this? Winter-themed kimono are... Like, do you mean theme as in, like, with the winter printing? You're crazy. In summer, yukata exists for a reason because it's light and airy material. The only reason you would wear a winter kimono is if you wanted to cover the skin. Aren't kimono made for winter? Exactly, that's what I'm saying. That's why in summer you wear yukata, because it's a lighter fabric. Yuno would be more of a Zashiki Warashi than a Yuki-onna. This I agree with. If we were good to go based on the lore I've already established, I would be more of a Zashiki Warashi. This is correct. What now? Please. All I know is Oni, that's all I need. Very true. Would you prefer to share your lore by video or by novel? I mean, as a VTuber, technically video should be the primary format that it's digested in. But I think I would do both, I guess. I would probably do, like, lore videos, then I would also have, like, a collected, maybe a light novel, if not a full novel. At least that's how I would do it. But that's just because I'm good at writing. Otherwise, you know, it doesn't really make sense to focus entirely on the writing element because this is a primarily visual medium. Yeah, it's a yokai that looks like a small child, gives great fortune to the household. If it's treated poorly, it brings ruin. You have to, like, leave out candy or, like, little sweets to Azashiki Watashi. And then if the sweet disappears, it means that it took your offering and is going to, like, bless your household, basically. Give me sweets, please. Novel with a small collection of art to go along with it could be neat. That's literally what a light novel is, yes. Light novels are shorter, easier to read novels that have art in them. Like, art that illustrates particular scenes that take place within the novel. So, it would be possible. So literally trick or treat? I suppose. Leave out small food treats? Yeah. Yum, 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 yum. I think if I was going to be a different yokai, it would be something like that. Are you going to do yokai-themed streams like Junji Ito? I don't know about, like, Junji Ito, but... I did try to do a yokai-themed shorts series. It just got really hard to be consistent with the editing. Is there a distinct line between novel and light novel? Novel has no pictures, light novel has pictures. There you go. Record them on audio tapes and spread them around. Why does this sound like I'm starting my own Slender Man myth? Or like you have to find the secret tapes like you do in Five Nights at Freddy's. A light novel is lighter, fewer pages and some illustrations. Yeah. That. You don't send beans. No! No beans! Get me out of here! Yuno has been sneaking ARG hints into her streams for months now, and the Dominachi just haven't noticed. An interesting observation. What about bean snack challenges, overcoming old weaknesses and stereotypes by eating wagashi? No. No. What part of Oni can't have beans? They will literally burn and die. Do you not understand? I can't consume any bean. You could be the first Oni to overcome their allergy to the purification of beans. It's not an allergy! Yuno has been coughing a lot. That's a sign of Slenderman being near. Yeah, that's actually why I've been coughing so much. It's because I'm trying to let you guys know that Slenderman is in my house. Whoa, scary. You figured me out. Oni are like pigeons, they eat beans and explode. I have explained this so many times, but I'm going to outline it as clearly as I can right now. The reason white soybeans are bad for Oni is because they are affiliated with, like, religious ceremonies. So they have, like, a holy context to them. Or, like, a holy connotation, I should say. You throw them at an Oni, it burns them, they leave. If I were to even touch a white soybean, it would burn my skin. It would burn my fingers, okay? It would burn my flesh. I cannot consume it because I can barely even touch it. I cannot be touched by it. Would holy water have the same effect? Yes, because I am still a form of demon. It would hurt. So black beans it is, you're missing the point. What you are saying is any other kind of bean is fine? Not really. What a nasty allergy. I hate you guys. How about silver or a holy cross? I think silver is fine. Holy cross definitely would probably hurt. Aren't Oni just weak against roasted bean? I thought it was a play on words. No. It's not a play on words, at least not from what I understand. And it's also not just roasted bean. Even just dry white soybeans, if you throw those, that is supposed to be what expels the Oni. I just like your circling. You guys are going to drive me insane. I can't tell what is a bit and what you actually mean anymore. We at least know that Yuno is weak to biblical knowledge. Don't expose me. Do Oni drink blood? No. You also can't eat tofu. Yeah, basically. No white soybeans. Those are the worst kind of bean. Every other bean is also bad. Schrodinger's bit. Don't call it Schrodinger's bit. Dragging you to Sunday school. I'll literally burn. I can't set foot there. Even coffee beans? How many times do we have to have the same conversation? How many times? Silver works on vampires too. Okay. I'm not a vampire though, so I don't have to worry about that. Next outfit, summer theme tan Yuno after being burned. No! I hate this. I hate this. I hate it here. Damn, like, you know what make me burn? Oi, 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 oi. This would have been a good opportunity to ask people to send you silver. I mean, I don't really ask for that kind of thing, though. That sort of joke would never cross my mind. Just put you. Things I would never think to joke about. Mostly because I feel like if I joked about it, people would be like, bet? Say less? Say less? Damadashi do love to run with jokes, indeed. Send Yuno silver to get it authenticated. Yeah, sorry, I have to check your silver. Wow, that's crazy. But I say silver is fine because, as you can see, a lot of my accessories are gold. So, gold is fine. Thus, I assume silver is also fine. What are the weaknesses of the Damadachi? I don't know, probably water? Probably water? I tattoo. Not water. You guys are weak to plain water, apparently. Is platinum fine with you? I don't know. Let's check. Dominachi are weak to having to read or follow simple directions. I mean, some of you can probably read. It's just selective reading. If you ever want a quick reset chat, just show thighs. I mean, that's because that's your wife. What kind of deep lore reason is there? It just puts you out. Are diamonds okay around Yuno? Send in yours today. Exactly. Let me appraise your diamonds. I'm kidding. Don't actually do that. I'm kidding. Don't actually. No returns. Oh no. You get a certificate of authenticity for your diamonds, but you don't get diamonds back. Man, the biggest ripoff of the century. Are we kind of based off those ghost orbs? You guys are based off of Hitodama, yes. That is what you are based off of. That's you. You can test if Yuno is allergic to a new box. What do you mean by this? Don't say that you're going to fully finance a new box for me. I will cry. That is not good. Just get a letter saying, yep, those were real. This is great new lore. This is chat lore. This is not character. As a bonus service, Yuno can also test if your ice cream is edible. Well, actually you can't because it probably would perish in the mail, but in theory, yes. In theory, if it were possible, yes. Oh shoot, is it that time already? I meant to wrap up sooner. Oopsies! Went a little bit over. But I have stuff to do. Every other Friday, I have this, like, thing that's part of my island task that I have to do, and I always forget about it, and I keep scheduling streams. Or, well, I keep streaming over it is the problem. But I have to go do the thing. We failed the silly distraction. I know, I'm sorry. But yes, I do have to go for real, though. I can't leave it sitting for too much longer. It was such a fun and fictitious Friday. Soon it'll be a jungle. Yeah, this is very true. But yes, so thank you guys for another interesting fictitious Friday at the very least. Later tonight, you will notice that the time is different from what it says on my schedule. I realized I was overlapping Nene's thing. Nene has her Q&A thing, so I didn't want to overlap that, so I changed my time. I initially changed it to something else, but then I saw I'd be overlapping another person, so I was like, aw, shoot. So I changed again. So it's much earlier. It's like 2 hours earlier, I think. Or, well, no, it's an hour earlier. But it's 2 hours earlier from when I was initially going to reschedule. But anyway, bunny garden tonight. More bunnies, more garden, more Miyuka. Yes. So, we will be revisiting Miyuka tonight. In a few hours, basically. So, I hope you will look forward to that. I'll be putting up the waiting rooms later for tomorrow's streams as well. But we have 2 streams tomorrow, too. We have a morning vertical chat, and then we have members in the evening. Members game night. Miscellaneous games. There's nothing that's fully picked out yet. But yeah, thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with me. I hope that you have a good rest of your time zone. And until I see you again, Yunotsu!